What is going on, my fellow YouTube friends? Nasdorachi coming back at you again today for another short video discussing some potential new stuff and leaks in Dragon Ball Legends. Now, I do have to preface this whole video with this is just theories and speculation. There is no super concrete evidence that anything that I'm about to say is 100% accurate yet. I had to preface that. Again, just theories, conjecture, stuff like that. I don't want anyone coming back and being like, oh, this is not what you said, we're getting something different, because I have no control over that, you guys. We're just kind of trying to keep you informed, and I'm sure a lot of you are already fairly familiar with what I'm about to talk about, especially when you see the background, which again, we don't know if it's 100% accurate or not. We could be looking at something completely different. But just in case, and based off the rumors and all the hype, I wanted to kind of set the mood right. So, we did get a leak last night from Dragon Ball Legends official social media accounts on both Facebook and Twitter. So, we're going to bring that up right here and take a quick gander. So, looking at the official social media accounts here, we can see that 18 hours ago, which is why I say that most of you probably already know about this, but 18 hours ago, we did get this equation right here. So bring that up to full screen, get rid of me for just a second. You see a lot of complex math here, and again, I'm not even going to begin to tell you that I would know how to fully solve this equation. Like, I remember some of my high school academics, but nothing like this to this degree right here. So you see a bunch of gobbledygook on the screen right here. You can see there's a cube root, 210 plus 323 over 9, with another square root symbol of 3i. The first I doesn't seem to be under the cube root symbol right here, but we're not sure exactly how relevant that is yet. Then you add that to another cube root of 210 minus 323 over 9, or square root of 3i plus 5, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a black box, a yellow box, and then the identical equation again down here. So many of you guys, again, have probably already seen the rumors here, but basically what we're looking at seems to be the number 17, or close to it, over the number 17. Now, if you go to my Twitter here, because I was sharing some of the math here, it kind of boils down like this. Basically, now there are a couple of alternatives, and I'm not even going to censor the face cam out of the way, because this is just a bunch of foreign language speak, basically, right here, unless you're a mathematician. But it basically boils down to 17/17. Now, originally, if we look at Thrasher here, so let's go, boom, right here. We have a nice little thread right here. So Thrasher, of course, another good DBL content creator. I definitely recommend you guys check him out. But he's much more of a mathematician than I am, someone who is been a little bit more involved in the 3D modeling, 3D rendering, and other computer-based IT stuff. He went over it, and at first, because of the confusion with the cube root, he was kind of not seeing it. I posted a post of someone showing their work, and this is where something interesting came up, because the answer from this work right here comes out to 0, -2, and 17 as like 3 separate integers. So we kind of decided, like, what if you plotted those points on a graph? Thrasher seemed to respond well to that, and then when he actually went and did the full equation, he is also now agreeing that it's going to be 17. I'm only referencing Thrasher here as kind of like a backup because his math game is a lot stronger than mine. So regardless of how the equation is actually played out, whether or not the I is under the cube root in the first part of the equations, you know, it kind of basically boils down to the same thing. In one instance, you kind of have to plot it as points on a graph, which I kind of gave him the idea to check out there, but the coordinates being like 10.983, 5.9414i, was basically length of 17 when adding those legs together. So when you plot on a graph, it comes out to 17, or when you do the math, you get 17 over 17. So there was a little bit of confirmation there that we might be looking at Super 17. Now, something else interesting, the black and the yellow borders. I don't know how relevant this might be, but you guys right here, of course, seeing this very low-res picture, you have the black shirt 17 and the yellow, you know, cowboy duster coat looking 17 right here that both combine to form Super 17. So going, you know, back to the Dragon Ball Legends with the black shirt, the tan coat, this is very likely, you guys, that we are going to be looking at Super 17, but we're not 100% sure on that. And again, something else interesting that I mentioned is that there are 4 sums right here. There's 4 different values. Whether or not this is teasing a Super Saiyan 4 Goku to go along with the Super 17, we're not really sure. Or do the cube roots mean that we're looking at Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku? Because undoubtedly they're not just going to release 1 unit. There's going to be at least 2, maybe some new EX and Hero units to go along with them. And then these teases, again, you guys, if you remember back to a while ago, these teases are not related to the V-Jump scans. Like, I don't know how long it'll take to scroll back here, but you guys probably will well remember that before Hit came out and the Goku, we had this leak right here. This is all they posted. And then shortly after, we got Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken Goku, and Hit. So this is going to be another similar leak with some relatively hype units here, you guys. Again, many of you may already know this, but I just wanted to go over it all again, just, not only to have a video to put up, but just so that I can follow this as it develops, because I'm definitely excited in Super 17. He's one of my favorite villains in the series. I just like his aesthetic, his design, how he incorporates so many different features from the android units with the power absorption nodes in his hands, ability to remove his hands to shoot like Android 16, the design of his outfit, his more adult look. Personally, I just really like Super 17, but I do know there's plenty of people out there that don't like GT stuff. So this may not be hype for you. I would still kind of think that this is going to be like a Step Up or a Legends Rising banner that's going to come before Black Friday. This will be before Rose, before Fuse Zamasu. I think they'll be holding out on like the Vegito Blue, the Fuse Zamasu, the Rose, the Spirit Sword Trunks until Black Friday and Christmas time. Again, that's just a theory. I'm not 100% sure on that, but just based off of how they want to stretch the game and increase the longevity of it, it kind of makes sense to me to save the really hype stuff for the festivals like that. So I do think, now just going back to this particular leak here, again, I do think there'll be at least 2 units. Super 17, there might be the 2 like Hell Android 17 base forms as EX units. We could even be looking at what Dr. Miru, or whatever the heck his name is. I forget the name of the doctor that designed 17, and then another Jiro unit as possible EX units. And then either the Kid Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku or the adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because he did square up against Super 17 in his Super Saiyan 4 form before he gave that up when Android 17 was just impervious to any type of energy or key attack. So, just more good information there, you guys. I do think if we get like a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, it'll be like kind of maybe a more vanilla one. Still an extremely good unit, but maybe more vanilla, and that's going to kind of lead the way for another Super Saiyan 4 Goku to come out with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta later on for the Shadow Dragon Saga. Because remember, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku showed up like a solid 15 to 20 episodes before Vegeta got access to the form via Bulma's like Blutz Wave cannon or whatever. So it wouldn't be out of the question to see a Super Saiyan 4 Goku show up without Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and earlier than a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Again, all theories and conjecture, you guys. We don't know for sure, but there is one other important thing to note. If we go into the comments on this tweet, I don't know if we'll be able to find it or not, but there is a new tag coming to the game, you guys. Someone posted an image in here, which I'm not sure if I'll be able to find or not. Aha, so we found it. If we do look at the information for the Challenge Rush, I just didn't feel like opening the game, but we do see there is a new tag being planned to be added to the game. Question mark, question mark, question mark. These are like the tags that'll be the ones that are beneficial for you to use in these fights. And this one is indicating that there's going to be a new tag coming to the game. Whether or not that'll be a Super Saiyan 4 tag, a GT tag for Super 17, or something like that. I definitely would expect like a GT Saga tag to be coming to the game soon as more GT characters come out. And this could just be further backup that whatever we're getting is going to be something new with a new tag. So that's about all the information I have on this right now. Again, the equations, whether you plot them on a graph, whether you do the imaginary number inside of the cube root or outside, generally the answer comes to 17 over 17. Black box, yellow box. It's just the weirdest thing about all this is they seem to be skipping the Baby Saga, where Super Saiyan 4 Goku first showed up, and Baby Saga was a pretty cool villain. It's just awkward that they're skipping that. The only reason I could think of as to why they would skip the Baby banner is because we're not finished with the Boo Saga and Z content. We don't have Oob yet, and Majub was a big player in the Baby Saga. So again, we're going into highly theoretical territory here, but just because we're not done with Z banners, we don't have Oob yet, so we can't have Majub. We might not see the Baby banner until after Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super 17. I don't know, you guys. It's definitely awkward. Of course, if you guys have heard anything that you might not have heard me mention in today's video, definitely let me know down in the comments. I did wait about 18 hours for this post to come out just so that I could gather the most reliable information that I could for you guys to see if there were any legitimate breakthroughs or anything like that. But it doesn't seem like we have anything super concrete yet. Of course, this dev team seems to be enjoying keeping things rather cryptic, but based off of how easy it was for us to guess that the snow cone was Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, I want to believe that this, this leak here, even though it seems like a complicated math formula, is not as complicated as it may seem. Most people were right with the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku on that leak. Most people have been right on their calling a lot of the previous leaks, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that we're either looking at like Ranger 17 somehow, but that doesn't really make sense with the dual equations, or a Super 17 and Super Saiyan 4 Goku GT banner. We're long overdue for more GT synergy, more GT characters, so it really would make some type of sense if this is the way that things happen to boil down. I do hope that you guys have an amazing week, and again, if you know anything that you think that I don't know or haven't heard, definitely let me know down in the comments, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I know I just kind of rambled on here, tried to cover everything that I could. We're still expecting the next Ultra Space Time banner in about a week and a half or so, which is going to be the Transforming Super Saiyan 1 Gohan and the full power Bojack. Sorry, I almost said Android 13 for some reason. Just got Androids on the brain. So, of course, I will continue to keep you guys updated. If you are new around here, consider subscribing so I can see you again on future videos. And if you enjoy the video, consider throwing a like on it. Help spread it out. And again, I know most people probably already heard this information, but I wanted to give my take on it, cover everything that I could, just pretend we're like one of those YouTube news channels like The Quartering or It's a Gundam, just kind of keeping up with relevant news. That's kind of the theme of this video. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. Again, it may not turn out this way, but I'm strongly leaning towards these leaks and all these predictions being pretty accurate. Of course, again, I will keep you updated, and again, peace out, y'all. Have a great day. It's final goodbye. We'll catch you next time.